Danny, it's important to bounce back after an hour defeat on Tuesday. How have things been?
Yeah, lads have been in good spirits today. We've obviously looked at some of the areas that we needed to be better on Tuesday, and I think obviously disappointing we didn't really create many chances. I mean, look, there was hardly any chances in the game, but from our perspective, we have been creating good chances recently, and so to not create many on Tuesday was disappointing. But no, look, lads are in good spirits, and obviously we've worked hard on what we want to try and do Saturday, and hopefully they can carry out their instructions.
And on a bit of a lighter note, we had our quiz yesterday. It was good to see you and some of the lads get involved in the quiz, and it was nice for fans to engage with you guys as well.
No, listen, I think the engagement between ourselves and the fans and vice versa has been superb, considering the circumstances. And when you've got a situation where you can actually have a bit of a laugh and put a few quid in the pot as well, without asking and begging for money, it's great. And I thought the lads who put the quiz together was excellent. And obviously, I deliberately got the questions wrong because I wanted people to feel more confident about themselves. So, but no, it was a good laugh. It was well organised, and yeah, no, the boys enjoyed it too.
And back on the game, a couple of days have passed since Chesterfield where you and I spoke, and you said, we're struggling in the game we struggled to get the ball into the back of the net, and some people aren't living up to the job. Has that been worked on ahead of this game on Saturday?
Yeah, I think, look, it's a tough one. I mean, football should be about accountability, and the bottom line is, whether it's me picking the team or the tactics or the formation, whether it's the players in the certain circumstances within the game, we've all got our jobs to do. And when we play games like that, you're only going to get one or two chances, and their attacking player did his job, he scored, and our attacking players didn't. And that's not a detriment to them or a personal thing to them, it's just that they didn't take their chances. We need to make sure that when that happens again, we do take our chances. But listen, the lads are in good spirits. The thing from our boys, which are, like, it's hard to stay angry with them, they want it so much and they work so hard, and they don't do it on purpose. Nobody made the mistakes they made on Tuesday on purpose and went out and thought this would be a good idea tonight. It was just, sometimes it happens, and sometimes it goes your way and sometimes it doesn't, and on Tuesday it didn't go our way. So we just move on.
And of course on Tuesday Harrison was involved and has been involved. Obviously he's meant to go on international duty. Maybe a few people were asking why he hasn't gone. Maybe we could just give a bit of an explanation.
Yeah, so obviously Harrison was one of the players that originally had COVID. And then before you're allowed to travel internationally with the team, you have to test negative. But unfortunately for him, there's a 90-day period where you're going to probably test positive continuously. So that meant that he couldn't travel, and it's unfortunate. I mean, it's a bonus for us. We've still got a player, but obviously I feel for him because obviously you want to go and play for your country when you get a chance.
And just on that, we've had players returning from COVID, isolation periods and things like that. What's the latest on the injury news and things like that?
So Kins obviously is still doing his recovery. Craig is still doing his recovery. Ross is in a transition of working with the consultants on what his issues are. Finney's had surgery, so obviously he's nowhere near ready to play, still sort of housebound in that sense. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Injury wise.
Other than COVID isolation, I think everyone's back, aren't they?
Yeah, other than that, everyone's back in, as I said, in full fitness.
And looking at Solihull, they've had a tough run of games similar to us and a few difficult results for them the last few weeks, so we'll be hoping we can go out there, pick ourselves up and get a good result against them.
Yeah, look, I think they're one of the best teams to have played here this season, so it has actually shocked us a bit that the results they've been getting. And we have to be mindful of that, because on paper you're looking and thinking they're in bad form, but we know on paper that they're a really good side, and at some point their luck's going to turn, and we've just got to do the best we can to try and make sure it's not Saturday against us. But look, they've got good players, they've got a good squad of lads, and if it clicks for them, they're gonna cause us a lot of problems.
Especially, it sets up an interesting game, because obviously we beat them in the trophy here, but then they beat us in the league game here, so it ties up all nicely for a good game on Saturday.
Yeah, and I thought they were comfortable against us here. I don't think we caused them anywhere near enough problems, and well, obviously that's something that we've got to address to make sure that we don't have the same repeat on Saturday. They've slightly changed their shape and the style of play with the new manager in there, but look, as I said, you put good players in any shape and formation, they're going to hurt you, and we need to be mindful of that.
Exactly, with that, with the new manager, they'll be looking to impress and hopefully get some run of games on their side as well.
And hopefully not Saturday.
Are you in with a shot? More information below. Click here for the next video, click here to subscribe.